So actually we can, yeah, we can we can start from this workshop here. So there's a link, yeah, I'm gonna click it and jump to new environment where we can learn TypeScript. CodePen, there's actually similar environment online, but the reason I picked the CodePen is very straightforward, and then you guys can make your own sort of like a how can I say, like a playground. You can also copy paste my code to execute your code. I mean, for the proof of concept, I sometimes use the CodePen because it's very straightforward, and then I can tweak, and then I can see the result in real time. So before I start, I quickly wanted to mention one thing. So as I said, we basically want to learn TypeScript, right? But only JavaScript is the language that can execute on the browser. So actually, there's something we need to take care behind the scene. But in the CodePen, we directly type TypeScript, okay? By doing this, like click this the gear icon, and we have the JS stands for JavaScript, and there's some JavaScript process. So I usually pick the TypeScript because we must pick TypeScript. You know. Otherwise, the code is not executed. Just for your information. So here, TypeScript. So for you guys, because we have been learning Python, so I'm trying to make this material by comparing Python and TypeScript. Yeah. So I assume that we are not expertise for the Python, but at least you know what the syntax does in the Python, right? So we're gonna compare how we think a little bit differently in order to create the TypeScript on the basis of the knowledge about Python. Okay. So in the Python, yeah, we just typing the name of the variable, and then using the equal sign, we can save this save some number or string inside of the variable, right? This is what we did in the Python, correct? So in the JavaScript, there's 3 different ways actually. One way is using the bar keyword or constant, and let. Like let's say bar, let, and constant. I'm not going to talk about the difference deeply because it has something to do with the scope and then like the memory occupy and things like that. So we are not interested in, we are interested in visualizing and processing data, right? So we can focus on. So, but one thing I can tell you directly is that I recommend you guys use 2 the prefix, let's say, let or const. If you want to make a variable, you must use the let. Otherwise, we want to make the constant variable, then we can say const. We couldn't modify or change the value if you declare the variable with the constant, okay? So in the constant values, it's like a fixed value, which we cannot like change, which is actually really good in terms of developing your application, which is not that simple. As the application is bigger and bigger, we are human beings, easy to forget, but that kind of things is actually guide our coding style or the flow of the data and logics. So I simply, okay, so actually I can select all of them by Shift S, and then Control / means it's command out, right? And then there's a console window. If you click it, you can see console. But I'm not a big fan for that console. So we're gonna open the more like a inbuilt console in the Chrome. By the way, I use the Chrome. Do not use the Edge or what is the browser, the old browser in Microsoft. Yeah, I mean they make the world worse. So we just wanted to use the Chrome browser, by the way. So the shortcut to trigger the open the console window, we can press Ctrl Shift and I, and we can simply open this console. Otherwise, you can click this the button, and there's a icon as more tool. And then here is a developer tools. Okay, if you click it, you can have the new window. Then this is actually the place where we can print something. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. So Control slash, and it automatically execute. Yeah, and then we are able to see like a 10 number, right? Yeah, it's not that hard. Only difference is just the let, right? Okay, great. Let's uncomment this here. So I'm going to create the string, right? The my string, and then this is integer, and the float, and boolean. This is very same concept in Python. So I'm not forcing you guys to learn new things. Just reuse what you already have. Okay. And then I'm trying to print it by using console.log. What we can learn from this line of code is, console is a sum of a class or object because it has a dot notation here. And then let me actually type in console dot. And then we can see multiple functions that are already inbuilt. As far as I know, one guy in Microsoft, he developed the TypeScript things. Actually, TypeScript is nothing sort of not conventional things. It's like, as I said, like a superset of JavaScript. We basically create the JavaScript by creating some TypeScript. And the TypeScript will automatically generate the JavaScript that can run on the browser. So anyhow, so we have multiple functions. Somebody already built it, so we just take advantage of the function, right? So we have a log here, and then parenthesis, meaning that this is a sort of function, right? So if you guys want to know what is the input value or parameter or argument, we can Google it, right? So I'm not going to do this because we have limited time. So yeah, I'm just simply put like my string here, integer, float number, and boolean, and then it automatically execute. So hello world 7 1.3, right? It's identical. It's true and true. And the only difference, the Boolean value is that we use the lowercase for the key. In the Python, we use a capital letter in the first character of true, right? So this is different. So we need to follow in this. This is kind of a syntax. Yeah. Otherwise, the computer cannot understand. It's gonna be break and then claim something. Yeah. So I'm going to comment out. Comment out here. Oh, I think I need to uncomment here. So here, we have types of function. Yeah. So it basically same as the type in Python. Yeah. So just think about it. We have some variables. So we have no idea what kind of data is inside of this variable. So we need to check the type. If this value is a Boolean value, then we have a special logic, for example, to process this Boolean value. Otherwise, we can also compare, like, is it string or is it number? Is it string? We want to split by the comma, right? So we have a chance to set up this kind of the data flow based on the types of data, right? So in this case, we also have here the types of function, yeah. But JavaScript is also getting evolved. JavaScript is sort of nickname, as if I remember correctly. Then the actual name is ECMAScript. So ECMAScript is getting evolved. I think it's already version 7 or 8. I have no idea, but usually a lot of people use ECMAScript 5 or version 6. Yeah. So as the syntax is the version is getting evolved, the syntax is going to be a little bit different. But in this case, for types of, we need to make a space between the function and the variable that we want to inspect, right? So as I said, this is identical function in Python here. So we can just simply check the type because at the end of the day, we're gonna import the CSV file or JSON file in the TypeScript to visualize it on the web browser. Yeah, fantastic, right? So now we are reached